Trying to fix my music. This is very, what's the word for spontaneous. I really was only trying to post like once a week, but as you, I don't know if you can hear the music in the background. Alabaster Box, Alabaster Break by Lizzie Morgan has just been in my head all day, and I just really want to read that scripture today and share a little bit of my testimony when I return back to the Lord. So this is in Luke 7, chapter 7, verse 36. Jesus anointed by a sinful woman. One of the Pharisees asked Jesus to have dinner with him, so Jesus went to his home and sat down to eat. When a certain immoral woman from the city heard he was eating there, she brought a beautiful alabaster jar filled with expensive perfume. Then she knelt behind him at his feet weeping. Her tears fell on his feet, and she wiped them off with her hair. Then she kept kissing his feet and putting perfume on them. When the Pharisee who had invited him saw this, he said to himself, if this man were a prophet, he would know what kind of woman is touching him. She's a sinner. Then Jesus answered his thoughts. Simon, he said to the Pharisee, I have something to say to you. Go ahead, teacher. Simon replied. Then Jesus told him this story. A man loaned money to two people, 500 pieces of silver to one and 50 pieces to the other. But neither of them could repay him, so he kindly forgave them both, canceling their debts. Who do you suppose loved him more after that? Simon answered, I suppose the one for whom he canceled the larger debt. That's right, Jesus said. Then he turned to the woman and said to Simon, look at this woman kneeling here. When I entered your home, you didn't offer me water to wash the dust from my feet, but she has washed them with her tears and wiped them with her hair. You didn't greet me with a kiss, but from the time I first came in, she has not stopped kissing my feet. And, wow. I'm going to try to get through this, because I hate crying on camera. She brought out the most expensive perfume and poured it out on Jesus' feet. When she heard that he was in town, I remember the day I rededicated my life back to the Lord. And, I remember, rededicated. It was 2021 and I had a meth pipe in my hand, tired of the same cycle. And I remember I said to the Lord, Lord, if you get me out of this. And I know some people are like, you ain't got to bargain with him, but this is how desperate I was, okay? I was so desperate for him that my way of doing things obviously wasn't going as planned. And I remember when I said that to him, Lord, if you get me out of this, I promise you I will never turn back to this again. And I remember I felt this love entered my motel room. And I knew right then and there that something was about to shift in my life. Even though I still, after that prayer was smoking afterwards, but I just remember in that moment, because he saw my heart, he saw me cry out to him. And that's when the real transformation came, when I knew that I was forgiven, when I knew that his love never changed for me. He didn't change, I changed. And I've never looked back since. So I didn't have nothing to give to him but a surrender. Just like this woman gave him the most expensive perfume and poured it on his feet. I gave a surrender. And he heard and he answered. So there are probably more spontaneous days like this, but I'll probably be more prepared and organized. But I just couldn't get this song out of my mind. And this beautiful encounter between the sinful woman and Jesus. So God bless you. May the Lord bless you and keep you. Have a nice day.